truck owner stopped as soon as Keith Lee left. She stopped giving out free food and started charging people again. So she pocketed a lot of that money. So I'm gonna get into my theories and my thoughts on it in a minute. I just want to go ahead and show you, old girl, and we're gonna go ahead and chop that fable too. Hold on, man. Let me go ahead and find that joint for you. I'm gonna let a little
to
bit of it
be
play.
there
I'm gonna jump
for
around.
Keith Lee. But I want to give a shout out to her anyway. To the nitty gritty. And my son called this guy, I guess that's her brother. I didn't know him, never seen him, to come cut his hair. And he came out there to cut his hair. He plugged his thing into my generator and he cut his hair. I'm in the food truck. I'm going crazy because I know he's coming. And I'm trying to get, so I'm not fully aware of what's going on outside, y'all. So next thing I know, I see a girl running and Sherelle running and they hug. And I'm like, who is that? Come find out she was supposed to have been braiding no girl hair. But she told her to come out there because she didn't want to miss Keith Lee. So when Keith Lee did arrive, it looked as if they were with me. And it was doing free.
Okay, goodness gracious. Sorry, y'all. You know what? That's kind of all we need, to be real with you. That's really all we needed. That's all we needed. Let me see. I think it was one more clip I wanted to show. No, you know what? We good. We're good. We're good. All right, check it out, man. There's several things to get into here. I'm gonna go ahead and stop sharing and whatnot. There's several things that we gotta touch on. Okay. All right. I want y'all to try and walk with me. Okay. All right. So the lady from the food truck incident is the first of all, let me tell you something. You can't look into the eyes of the B-Dub all the time and see where their heart is at, is see where what level of compassion do they wield. You gotta look at the neck. The neck will tell you everything. Let me tell you something, you young king out there. You deserve a woman who has a neck that you can see. All right, so let's get into it. Now, you know what? I'm gonna start like this. Keith Lee is exposing why black businesses don't work. Why black businesses don't turn into bigger companies and brands that expand, like, say, a Walgreens, a Walmart, or just like any business of that matter. If you think about it, right, all these big names that we know today started with one location. But under the leadership of pretty much always a man, or the male leadership, the patriarchy, right? These businesses expand to the point where you can create franchises. And the person who started that business can get paid for generations to come and not be actually working that business. Isn't that crazy, right? But we don't see that with black businesses. And it's like more and more, we're starting to get to the bottom of it, and I like it. You know how I say, nah, I don't like it. I like this. I like where we're going with this. Ladies and gentlemen, we are in the middle of a black renaissance. Oh my God. Hold on, though. Let me check my audio before I go any further, man. I know I got a bad habit of. All right, cool. We on the right mic. All right, cool. I got a bad habit of being on the wrong mic. But ladies and gentlemen, we are in the midst of a fucking renaissance. Black people are waking up, and we're starting to figure out this is why it ain't been happening. This is why we are where we are, and we're right at the front door of some solutions. All right. And I think more than ever, the men are waking up. The men are taking back their power. Okay. Because the only reason why you're less, you're making yourself less so they can become more. Shout out to Rich Cooper. That's a bar, my boy. Making yourself less so they can become more. Don't do that. You're not helping anybody with that. You're lowering the bar for humanity when you do that. Because that's how we arrive at this lady with this with so much neck. She had too much neck for me. So anyway, the lady from the food truck incident is the embodiment of the matriarchal mindset, the gynocracy, if you will. This is a great example of how B-dubs are the white people of black people. Even though she was told, he didn't say it in a poem. He didn't say it in a different language. Okay, he didn't say it to someone else. He came up to her and told her, "I'm going to give you 1,000 to get to my boy right here, 1,000 to give to her. You're gonna get 2,000, and I'm gonna give you $800 more so that basically you sell your food out." I don't know how much food trucks make, but I can't imagine that a small business, a food truck, can make more than maybe a two. If you got a lot of people always coming all day long, maybe a few racks. I don't know, but I would venture that most food trucks, they might be making a few $100s a day. Because if they make it more than that, then I need to go ahead and get me a food truck. Because listen, I'm telling you right now, bro. I make a mean cheeseburger. I have me a little hipster truck. You know what I'm saying? Diced cheeseburgers. I'll be putting like weird stuff on it. You know what I'm saying? Something funky. Mozzarella sticks. You know what I'm saying? Yuca fries. Now I'm serious. Some real possibilities. Let's go ahead and put a pin in that. Dice burgers, six pass burgers, 6 pass of burgers. Somebody in the comments help me with a name for my restaurant, for my food truck, because obviously, Anywho. So, she said instead of following his directions, she just said, "Yo, I'm gonna give now." Okay, it was a girl in the truck, right? And she said basically her son called the guy that was the barber and the girl that was on the truck with her. She said that those were her son's people, right? And rather than just follow the directions and everything, she says, well, she's supposed to give out $2,000. Rather than giving out $2,000, she says she's going to give it to her son, and he can distribute it how he sees fit. That's not what Keith Lee said. And okay, that's not what he said. The sense of entitlement to men's money, time, and resources is crazy. Like in her mind, she in her mind, I don't even know if she thought it was a gift. She kept harking on the fact I played a clip from that video because there was no need to go through the whole thing. I just want you guys to hear her delivery, how she sounds, her line of thinking, her line of thought, the lack of accountability. She left accountability behind years ago. She hasn't been accountable for a goddamn thing for at least, she definitely don't pay no parking tickets. But anywho, she kept harking on how much time she took, and I built this business up as if him coming through and blessing them was a reward or a confirmation. And don't get me wrong, in a way it was, but again, he gave you specific instructions. It doesn't matter what your history is. It doesn't matter what your reasons are. You basically just disregarded, someone's instructions. And I always say, your ability to follow instructions, that's a huge survival skill. Black people, that's why we're not doing good. We can't thrive because our survival skills are trash. Your problem solving ability and your decision making is a huge part of your fucking survival skills. Now, for her business, right? For you to make money, you gotta be tapped in. You gotta be tapped in spiritually, because you want the money to keep coming. Black people don't think about making money forever. What's better? To make $85,000 a year consistently for 40 years, or to have a year or two where you made 200,000, but this year's where you made 20. That's what it is for. That's what it is for a business owner. Well, if their only income is that business, the best way to keep your pockets full is to keep a job and have a business and buy assets. Because that way you don't have to work for that money with hours. They'll appreciate with time. How about that?